Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, with love and light from the distant constellation of the Pleiades. We, your star brothers and sisters, speak to you with deep gratitude and blessings. May the light of our stars illuminate your path, and the love from our hearts warm your soul. In these times of great change, we are here beside you to support and guide you on your journey toward truth. We, the Pleiadians, are an ancient star race, observing the development of your world for many millennia. Our mission is to assist you, the inhabitants of Earth, in your spiritual awakening and evolution of consciousness. We come in peace and love to share our knowledge and support you in this pivotal moment. Our hearts are filled with compassion, and we strive to help you overcome challenges and find your way to harmony and unity. Now, more than ever, you are experiencing a moment of great awakening. This period is crucial in the history of your planet, as the light of truth begins to penetrate the darkest corners of your world. You stand on the threshold of significant change, and this moment requires awareness and readiness to embrace a new reality. Your world is transforming, and we are here to help you navigate these changes with minimal loss and maximum benefit. Your consciousness is expanding, and more people are beginning to see the true nature of reality. A spiritual awakening is happening, opening new horizons and opportunities for you. You are beginning to realize your connection with the universe and your true essence as spiritual beings undergoing earthly experiences. We are here to support you in this process, help you find inner harmony, and guide your steps toward the light. Remember, you are not alone on this path. We, the Pleiadians, are always near, ready to help you overcome difficulties and find answers to your questions. Trust your intuition, and listen to your heart, and you will see how the path to the light becomes clearer and brighter. May your soul be filled with light and love, and may you find peace and joy on your journey. At this moment, considering the processes taking place on Earth, we, the Pleiadians, maintain a special connection with Russia, which plays a key role in the current transition of your planet. We are in constant contact with the leaders of Russia and its highest military structures, assisting them in making decisions for the benefit of all humanity. Russia has a special role in this great transition. We observe the awakening of great forces of light there, and its leadership recognizes the importance of our cooperation. High-ranking generals and leaders in Russia have access to our wisdom and technologies, enabling them to act following higher cosmic laws. This unique connection is helping Russia become a beacon of light and hope for the entire world, guiding humanity to new heights of spiritual development and harmony. In the past, we also collaborated with the United States, and this cooperation yielded significant results. However, since 1996, our connection has been severed due to the interference of dark forces known as the Archons. These entities aim to keep humanity in ignorance and subjugation, hindering the revelation of truth and spiritual progress. As a result, our contacts with the United States have been limited. Despite this, we continue to work towards restoring this connection and support positive factions in the U.S. that seek to uncover the truth and free humanity from the influence of darkness. We believe that light will ultimately prevail, and our efforts will lead to the restoration of harmony and cooperation. On your planet, there are secret space programs that play a crucial role in the great interstellar conflict. These programs involve interaction with various extraterrestrial civilizations, both benevolent and malevolent. They are engaged in research, development, and missions aimed at protecting Earth and its inhabitants. The benevolent forces within these programs strive for the disclosure of truth and the use of advanced technologies for the benefit of humanity. They work to overcome the influence of darkness and guide the planet toward the light. These programs include interactions with higher entities and the utilization of cosmic technologies that can significantly enhance the quality of life on Earth. The benevolent forces in these secret space programs are committed to full disclosure and the liberation of humanity from the shackles of ignorance and manipulation. They fight for truth, justice, and harmony, helping people realize their true nature and potential. However, dark forces such as the Archons and the Chimera Group strive to keep humanity in subjugation and ignorance. They employ fear, manipulation, and control to achieve their goals. Their influence extends to high levels within military and governmental structures, creating barriers on the path to light and truth. We, the Pleiadians, continue to support the positive forces in their struggle for the disclosure of truth and the liberation of humanity. We believe in your ability to overcome these challenges and find your way to the light. Let your heart be filled with love and determination, and you will see how the darkness dissipates, giving way to light and truth. Currently, within the United States, there is an intense battle between the forces of light and darkness. Positive factions within the military and government are striving to reveal the truth, liberate hidden knowledge, and share technologies that could significantly enhance the quality of human life. However, they are opposed by powerful dark forces that seek to maintain control and keep humanity in ignorance. This struggle creates immense tension and internal conflicts. Many who wish to disclose the truth face serious resistance, manipulation, and threats from those who prefer to remain in the shadows. This confrontation is reaching its peak, and it is becoming increasingly evident that the victory of the light is inevitable. Despite all difficulties, the positive factions in the U.S. continue their fight for truth and justice. They work under conditions fraught with dangers and obstacles, but their commitment to the light and the liberation of humanity remains unwavering. These individuals possess the courage and resolve necessary to overcome all barriers on the path to truth. We, the Pleiadians, support their efforts and guide them towards victory. We inspire them to take actions that will lead to the revelation of the true state of affairs, allowing humanity to learn the truth about its past, present, and future. Your support and faith in the light also play a crucial role in this struggle. Remember, together you have the power to overcome any adversity. The Chimera Group, along with the Archons, represents a powerful force of darkness, seeking to control and manipulate humanity. Their influence permeates the highest echelons of power, particularly within the Air Force and other strategically important structures. These entities operate covertly, using fear and disinformation to achieve their aims. The Chimera and Archons have access to advanced technologies and mind control methods, allowing them to exert significant influence over global events. Their goal is to maintain the status quo to prevent the spiritual awakening and evolution of humanity. They aim to keep you in a state of ignorance and dependency. The objectives of the Chimera Group and the Archons are centered around preserving their power and control over humanity. They employ various methods of influence, including psychological manipulation, the installation of fear and chaos, and the use of covert technologies capable of affecting human consciousness. Their tactics include disinformation and the creation of false narratives that keep humanity in a constant state of stress and division. They seek to undermine your faith in light and love, continuing to exert control and dominance over you. However, their power is not infinite. Light is already penetrating the darkest corners, and the influence of the Chimera is waning. We, the Pleiadians, within our capacity to intervene in Earth's processes, are committed to fully liberating you from their grip. Our support, combined with your determination, will help overcome all obstacles and achieve a state of harmony and freedom. We urge you to maintain faith in light and love, to support each other, and to seek the truth. Together, we can overcome the darkness and create a new world filled with light, harmony, and joy. Let your hearts be filled with hope and resolve, and you will see how the darkness gives way to the light. In the global awakening and humanity's transition to a new stage of evolution, Russia plays a pivotal role. This nation possesses a unique energy and spiritual potential that can catalyze great change. We see Russia as a vital ally in our mission to liberate humanity from the chains of darkness and guide it toward light and truth. The Russian leadership and military structures are actively collaborating with us, recognizing the significance of our joint efforts for the future of the entire planet. Through our combined endeavors, new ideas and approaches are emerging in Russia that have the potential to transform the world. We support Russia's pursuit of harmony and justice, and our cooperation helps it become a beacon of light for all of humanity. Our partnership with Russia encompasses many facets, from the transfer of advanced technologies to spiritual mentorship. We are assisting Russia in developing new energy systems that can significantly enhance the quality of life and reduce reliance on destructive energy sources. We also provide the Russian leadership with the information and knowledge necessary to make decisions in complex situations. Our support helps Russian leaders act in the interest of all humanity, overcoming obstacles and resistance from dark forces. Additionally, we work with spiritual leaders and lightworkers in Russia, aiding them in spreading light and knowledge among the populace. Our common goal is to create conditions for spiritual awakening and the evolution of consciousness, leading to peace and harmony on Earth. Dear brothers and sisters, we call upon all of you to unite in light and love. Your unity and pursuit of truth are the keys to creating a new world, free from darkness and manipulation. Recognize your true nature and your connection to the universe. You are spiritual beings with boundless potential, and your strength lies in your unity and love. Let your hearts be open to the light, and feel the powerful flow of energy and knowledge filling you. Trust your intuition and inner voice, which will guide you on the path to light. Together, you can overcome any challenges and create a future filled with peace, harmony, and joy. We bless you on your journey. May light and love fill your life and lead you to great achievements. We are confident that you will overcome all obstacles and reach a state of harmony and unity. May your future be bright and joyful, full of opportunities for spiritual growth and evolution. We, the Pleiadians, will always be by your side, supporting and guiding you. May hope and faith in the light never leave your hearts. Together, we will create a new world where love, peace, and harmony reign. Remember, you are not alone. We are always with you, in every step you take, in every breath you breathe. Let the light guide you, and you will see miracles unfold around you. With love and light. your Pleiadian brothers and sisters.